In this Tomba review video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about Tomba. Tomba is an all-in-one lead generation / lead scraper tool with a little bit of finesse. If you have any questions about Tomba, go ahead and drop them below. I tend to reply within a few minutes to a couple of hours, and I'd also leave a special discounted link that I'll keep updated so you always get your money's worth. Here we are inside Tomba's dashboard. You'll see a simplistic dashboard with your main navigation at the top, and then all the actual features in the middle of the page for you to utilize. So we're just going to jump straight in, and I'm going to start showing you each feature. Okay, so the domain search is where you would type in a domain, let's say Zapier.com. In the domain search, you start typing in a name. So if we start typing in Zapier, it will then start showing all the websites it can find with the name Zapier included in the domain name. It then shows you different results and how many results each one. So Zapier.com has 261 results. So if we select it, it now shows all the emails from Zapier, and if you hover over each one, you can extend it and it shows you the URL of where they found the website. You can also save it as a lead and also view the phone number. So let's go ahead and save this as a lead and this one as a lead. You can also categorize it by what department they're in. So if you want to contact, let's say, someone from the support team, these are all the support emails it's found. It also connects them with their Twitter profiles, LinkedIn, and what country they're in. So if we select this LinkedIn, and it also tries to find them on Twitter, LinkedIn, and it tells you the country. However, it's not always accurate. You can also click the export CSV file and it will export all of the leads for you. Moving on to the Finder option. So the Finder option is when you're trying to find a specific individual. So let's say we're on LinkedIn and we're scrolling down our newsfeed and we potentially find a post that looks interesting. So this one looks quite cool. So we want to see the company that this person's at. So we can see they're at this company. We're going to grab a website. We're going to paste the website in, and then we're going to enter the person's name. So Josh Turp. And then we're going to do search. So it's come to the conclusion that this is the potential email, but it might not be the email. So we've got to verify it. So let's go ahead and click the verify button, and that is not the email. But you can see how this would be really useful for companies and individuals who don't publicly share their emails. Now, the enrichment tool is kind of like an extension of the general search feature, where it will hopefully extend the information you can get of an email by finding the current job title, the company and location, and social profiles behind the person, the email. However, all of this information is basically shown in the search field, so it's not really that relevant. But it's always handy to have. So if we just enter an email from the Zapier search and do search, all the information that's currently available online is going to be shown here. So you've got the Twitter, you have the LinkedIn, where they're from, etc. But like I said, this is already shown in the search feature, so it's a bit of a pointless area. Then the email verifier, we already saw the shortcode of the email verifier, but if we enter this email in and do search, it's all valid, so you know you can send to this email. Going over to the bulk side of things, we've actually gone through all of these features already, apart from the author finder. However, that's currently not been released yet, so I won't go over that. However, you can basically upload CSV documents and it will do all of this research in bulk for you. Finally, we are inside the leads area, and this is where you can save and import your leads. You can download them. You can connect third-party systems like Pipedrive, MailChimp, Airtable, etc. You can create separate lists, edit all the prospects in your system, print it, and save it. You can also change the categories, so you can only show what's relevant to you, and you can display X amount of leads per page. By clicking on the notification icon, it will show you what's been launched and their roadmap and what's been fixed and common bugs, etc. There's now two questions that need to be answered. Number one, what do I think of Tomba? And number two, would I recommend this? Now, I'm all about simplicity when it comes to softwares, and all of the menus at the top are basically irrelevant because the search feature does it all. So you don't really need to be going over to the verifier or the finder because the search feature just does it. So you wouldn't ever really need to be moving around all of these different tabs. So I would suggest to get rid of the finder to get rid of the verifier and just keep the search, bulk and leads, just to create a much simpler interface. I've also found that when it tries to find the social media profiles, if it can't find the social media profiles, then it will automatically populate it with the first and last name, creating an invalid link. So I think something needs to be done there to stop that from happening, because it's just giving bad information. I do think the actual search feature and the general layout of that side of things is not too bad. Definitely one of the better scrapers on the web. I also really like the leads, the centralized area where you can save your leads. Having a focal point, a main CRM to help with management of these sort of things is extremely handy. Would I recommend Tomba? Yes, I would. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.